Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Sports. Toulon 24, Stormers 14. A very weird game of rugby in all honesty. And back to the drawing board once again for the Stormers, who took a Champions Cup game to the city of Gqeberha and did not give them much of a treat to watch. At the end of the day, ridiculous last 10 minutes. And for the Stormers, the discipline's so bad. Throughout the game, but particularly in that last 10 minutes. To go down, Toulon went down to 13 men in the first phase. After that, Leon's got a yellow card for a bad clean out. I mean, it's you can't script this stuff. It was some of the most mentally mind-boggling rugby you've ever seen, and a game where they're really thrown away. To be perfectly honest, but to be fair, credit to Toulon because they've come down to South Africa and they're going to leave with a good victory. So good work from them. As I said, I think that's one that's gone missing here from the Stormers, and John Dobson going to be under a lot of pressure to try and defend that performance. Before we get into the game, please do smash the like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Things did not start particularly well for the Stormers as Veer went over in the 4th minute with Baptiste Surin, adding the extras and adding a penalty 5 minutes later. So they took an early 10-0 lead, did the visitors. But Warwick, very good finish. In fact, it's a spectacular finish. Go watch the highlights because it's worth watching. But a couple of nice, a little chip over the top from Liebach, a couple of nice pops and good offloads. And all of a sudden, Warwick was actually turning to look around for support. Then saw that he actually had a bit of space, put the hammer down, and then leapt him towards the air and into the corner. And a very nice kick from Liebach. And then on the brink of half-time, Joseph Dweber went over the back of a good rolling maul. And half-time, 14-10 after another good kick from Liebach. The Stormers had lost 3 players in that first half. 2 of them actually ended coming back on, Netling Bashir and Ben Jason Dixon. But unfortunately, Kike Marabe, very bad knee injury. It looks like he could be out for a while. But at halftime, 14-10, you felt the Stormers had kind of turned things around a little bit, kind of growing into the game. Well, it was not like that come the second half. Billy Engelbrecht got a yellow card in the 51st minute. And after that, it was basically just one-way traffic. Fakunda Isa went over, penalty, quick tap, basically nobody could stop him. And Baptiste ran out of the extras to make it 17 points to 14. Liebach then, earlier, by the way, had missed a penalty. He was just short, unfortunately. But then, ironically, Stormers were on the attack. Liebach got hammered by Vier, lost the ball backwards. They were actually forwards and then kicked ahead by Toulon, and eventually Baptiste Surin managing to out-sprint Andrew Hugo Fenter, dove on that ball and went over. And all of a sudden it was 24. Now, things, silver lining, really. Toulon had the game in their hands, and then they were like, you know what, actually, let's make this interesting. Because Yoyut went off with a red card, horrendous tackle on Liebach, and I think we'll be facing a long ban because dreadful. And Liebach was down. He went off on a stretcher, I think it looks like a broken nose as well as a concussion. Awful tackle, a head-on-head collision, terrible. And a minute later, Domo also got a yellow card. So Stormers had a penalty, 8 minutes left, went to the corner against 13 men, and you think, score quickly here. You've got a full 5 minutes to play against 13 men. And literally the first phase, Leon Zas comes in to try and clean out of the carry from Andrew Hugo Fenter, and he smashes Baptiste Surin in the jaw. Bang, yellow card. And they can see another 2 penalties. It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. And as I said, I think John Dobson will be absolutely fuming in the coaching box watching on. If we look at some of the stats, it tells you a story of a game that Stormers could have won, to be honest. Had more territory, had more possession, had a 100% scrum success rate, had a 95% last success rate. Their set pieces were really good today, actually. They won a couple of scrum penalties as well. On the attack, they had more carries, more or less the same post-contact meters, very similar line breaks, for example. But discipline, well, in the end, Toulon conceded 14 penalties, Stormers 9. But you look at when those Stormers conceded the penalties, and really poor. Just absolutely kicking themselves. And to be honest, I'm trying to think of like decent performances from the Stormers players, and not really. I mean, Warwick was his usual mercurial self. He had some really good moments, some really bad moments. I can't actually think of anybody who had too many great games for the Stormers, to be perfectly honest. Ruan Nal, I think, probably had a pretty strong game. But Baptiste Surin for Toulon was fantastic. He really was. Dictated that game. He knew when to when to use different options, for example. Scored a really good try, very good awareness, kicked well off the tee. very accomplished performance from the number 9, but a mentally ridiculous performance from Stormers. I don't know how they've managed to do that, to be perfectly honest. Let me know what you thought about the game down in the comments below. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.